Hey everybody, Craig Adams here from Wedding Film School, and welcome to another live Q&A. Again in my office after hours, so hopefully it should be quiet. But yes, so welcome. We're doing an A7S special. Switching from Canon to Sony will be the main idea of the podcast here. But once again, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll try to answer them live on the show. So we have a chat on the right, and that's where you should put it. If not, tweet me. We're going to be answering as many questions as I can. So thank you for showing up. So I have been on the 5D Mark III for the longest time, and it took a lot to switch from the 6D and the 5D Mark III to the Sony line. Once you're Canon, you kind of love it, and then you hate it at the same time. In the last year or two, we've been getting very, very angry and upset by all the C100 line coming out and getting all the features, and then the C300. But then, us just not getting the frame rate, the dynamic range, just so many features that we felt were left out of their DSLR line. And with mirrorless cameras like this and the GH4 coming out, it just got pretty ugly for Canon, and they're in a really weird place right now. They've kind of, I don't know if it's officially out yet, but there's strong rumors that the 5DX is going to replace the 5D Mark IV. And hopefully that will be able to revive their line, because I feel like it's kind of messed up right now. Like, no one really, really cares too much. But that leads us with the Sony A7 line. And I was kind of impressed with the A7S, especially with the low light capabilities that kind of got people really interested. But then you start to see more and more people shooting. At first you're like, people want the 5D Mark III, they want the C100. They're going to be hiring second or third or first shooters who kind of have that and match that. But in all honesty, I'm starting to see more people with these Sonys rather than the Canons. So yeah, there were, this isn't the only option. I've used the GH4, I've used the GH3. As you've seen, I've shot weddings with the Canon C100, C100 Mark II. I've tried a bunch of different things. In the last couple, probably 3 months, have been me shopping around and trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to make this big jump. $3,000 plus change, plus probably $1,000 for accessories, and then I have to switch over a bunch of lenses and just different in batteries and all that stuff. It's a big move, so I had to kind of figure out exactly what I wanted, but I'm happy with the A7S. The GH4, I don't know, it just doesn't seem, it just seems so third party to me. And maybe, that's kind of like the lone wolf kind of way to go. I've seen some awesome stuff. The one person that I would say you should check out if you want to see good GH4 stuff is Neil up in Boston. So I'll make sure, let me know. I can post some stuff on Twitter about his work. He just did an awesome trip video to Vietnam, and that was the best, just from what I see and my friends, what they're using, that was the best, film made with a GH4 that I've seen in a while. But they're just like all of the features, the low light, the internal stabilization, the dynamic range, the screen, S-Log, 4K internal, like it just had everything that I wanted. I was thinking about the C100 Mark II for a very long time. It's just too big. I wanted something small. I want something very light. And I like that you can take DSLRs into like cafes and restaurants and whatnot, and you can shoot without people really hassling you that much. And that's important. If you're not just doing weddings, it's kind of good to be able to do some run and gun stuff and be quick. That's really important. So the C100 is like the other side of this gap where you have the small, very small, light, easy, consumer looking cameras. Like that's what someone mentioned today on the blog, that brides may not take you seriously if you show up with a camera like this, but that shouldn't be a problem, because I would never hire in the first place a bride that didn't trust the gear that I was using, regardless of what it looks like. She doesn't care, she shouldn't. And I feel like that's something that I would just take care of immediately. I would never shoot a wedding for someone who was that controlling. Um, if they're telling you what kind of gear you should or shouldn't be using just based on what it looks like, that's a red flag. So what are the biggest aspects of post that you have contended with blending A7S and 60 footage in your recent same day edit? Yeah, this really comes down to picture profile. I'm pretty sure that you could get these two cameras, 6D, the Canon 6D and the 5D, and that was a A7S, a 6D and an A7S. I bet you could get them matched pretty well, just out of the camera. If you really did some tests, if I owned a 6D with an A7S, I would make sure to take an extra hour to figure that out before the day of the shoot. But for that wedding, I shot very standard. My contrast was up, my saturation was up, and I was shooting pretty standard compared to my second shooter who was shooting very flat. So I pretty much, for my footage, was almost there. I had to tweak the temperature and then the highlights a little bit, if anything. And then if I wanted to add some kind of LUT, very like 10%, just to, add a little bit of color. And then his footage, I had to crush the blacks a lot and then add probably 25% saturation to every shot. And then from there, I would tweak the temperature, I'd tweak the highlights, and then add a little bit of, color grading if necessary. It didn't have to be like that. I feel like you can match a lot of cameras if you actually go in, and I've never seen so much control over the picture profile as I've seen in this. Just from what I've seen, I got it yesterday. I don't know everything about this camera, but I'm super blown away. And what I said on Instagram was, this is making me a better filmmaker. It reminds me of when I first got my DSLR and I learned what shutter speed, what aperture, what ISO was, because before then I was just using these big, shoulder camcorders, and it was kind of on auto. It was lucky if you did manual focus, let alone exposure and everything. So that totally changed the game. I started to learn cinematography from a photography aspect. And then it just, it got awesome from there. DSLRs were awesome for learning. And I feel like that again with this, but with color and profiles and shooting flat and figuring out how I'm going to adjust the footage in post for what I want, that kind of workflow. The dynamic range is there. I can actually, shoot with S-Log3 and then kind of figure out the best way to get the dynamic range and the color that I want for the project that I'm shooting. It's not going to be perfect for every shoot. Like, I've got a profile that I'm working with right now that doesn't require too much work in post, so it's more of a run and gun wedding type thing, but I'll definitely be using S-Log for slower commercial types. So yeah, it's possible. You can match the two cameras. Why do you want to switch to Sony lenses? So right now, just off the gate, I had Canon glass, so I got this EF to NEX adapter, and it's pretty good. It's $100 version. It's pretty much the same as like the $400 or $300 Metabones version. It allows you to use it with autofocus and electronically talk to the camera and whatnot. So it has everything it needs. You don't need a speed booster. Technically, you don't need any of that extra stuff that you might need for other cameras, but like the Blackmagic. It's just size and weight. It's unnecessary. There's been a lot of talk on our blog today about different types of manual focus. And I've been trying to figure out like what lenses are, was it wire, manual, I don't even remember, something wire, but there's two different kind of focus poles. I think pretty much it boils down to if the ring, someone fill me in here. If the ring just keeps spinning, that's wire pull or whatever. And that's supposedly harder to pull focus with if it just keeps spinning, because the ring is actually not moving anything. It's just communicating electronically to a motor, I believe. And so people say it's harder to do small little movements. But honestly, I've been using this Canon 50-1.8 for a while, and I think it's that type of focus, like, is cheaper, and it uses less electricity, it uses less space. You know, it's better for mirrorless cameras. I think it's fine. I don't really care. It's fine with me. I can pull focus all day on that lens. And I've used the Canon 85 f1.4L, and that's continually spins. And supposedly that's the wire, fly-by-wire. Yeah. Thanks. I believe fly-by-wire. No, whatever. I could focus fine on that. I guess it's more of like I don't know. It's fine. So that's why I'm switching to Sony. I won't need this adapter. The lenses will be smaller and lighter, and I'll have less of them. You know, I had 7 lenses for the longest time, and I'd like to get that down to 3. And the thing about this is that you can use full frame and APS-C crop frame glass, and you can punch in, or you could shoot wide with the full frame. So there's a bunch of different options as far as punching in. So it's almost like you get 2 lenses for the price of 1, which is kind of awesome. If, you know, that's awesome. That's awesome for me, because if I have a 50, I can have whatever, it's like 1.5. So it's like a 75 as well. So 50 and a 75 all in one. And it just takes a click of a button to switch to the other one. So a 50 prime is like, you gotta have that. That's like the lens that I love. Everyone loves that. It's a staple. So if I had a good 50-1.8 or a 50, whatever the Sony, I know they have a 55-1.8, and I'm looking at that Zeiss. That would be good. That would give me a 75 to 80 millimeter, like an 80 millimeter as well with that lens. So I could punch in if I need to. And then if I got a wide, like a 16 to 35, or maybe they have another wide, even wider than that, I think the 16 to 35 would be perfectly fine, because that could punch up and be what, like a 25 to like 45 or 50 or something. So that's a good range all by itself. And then we also need past 80. So a 70 to 200, the new one, that's the new Sony G Master that's about to come out, would be awesome. So that would be 70 to 200, and then I could punch in, and that would be even more, whatever. And that's it, you know, 16 to 300 with 3 lenses. Yeah, I'm going to try it. Even if I have to deal with the different type of focus ring, I will make it work, because I think I can. And, you know, I'm selling my Canon glass. I'm renting. I'm going to be renting some glass for this weekend. But yeah, I'm excited. Okay. And then people are talking about the A6, the A6300, which is in pre-order right now. It's the other Sony 4K that's about to be released. I want to do a review. We've talked about this. I think it would be a good secondary cam, maybe 2 of them, because they're so cheap. That would be awesome. Yeah, so we'll have to see. But I'm going to be doing a review of those. Yes. Brides don't mind the small form factor. Dude, it shouldn't. It's not a problem. I feel like the only people who think it's a problem are like wedding filmmakers like us. I don't think it's a problem at all. Fuck it. No. They don't even know what we're doing. Half the people think we're photographers, so fuck it. I'm okay, filming a wedding, A7R. A lot of people have the A7R too. Cool. And 270Ds. Nice. I think that'll be good. O'Sullivan. How do you go shooting long takes at the ceremony reception if the A7 battery life is rough? I haven't done a full test, but it's, you know, what's the longest that you have to go before you have a chance to swap out a battery? Technically, if you're shooting with multiple people, multiple cameras, you can easily take 10 seconds to swap out a battery. You can have another camera covering it, or just, you don't need full coverage. It's up to you. With like 6 batteries, I will be set for the day. I probably won't even have to recharge. And I got this battery grip, but I decided to sell it. So I'm sending that back. And I just don't like it because it's just too big, too bulky, and unnecessary. I like the camera at this size. I intend to keep it that way. And yes, I will I will take that fucker off. Both of them. Don't worry. A lot of people have been giving me flack for that. So it's gonna happen, don't worry. What's up? You guys turning up. Battery grip. Yep. How many batteries do you use for one wedding? I haven't shot a wedding with it yet. Just got it. So we'll have to see. Someone retracted their message? Oh no. Fly by wire. How do you like the 6D? I've had the 6D for a while. Not anymore. Not going to talk about it. You can tweet to me if you want to know. The most relevant disadvantages of shooting with this camera. Once again, only had it for a year, so that info will be coming. And like I said, full review for sure, coming soon. Like I said, I thought the viewfinder would be better, but it's still better, like, because like the Canon DSLRs don't have a viewfinder, so still a plus in my book. Downside? I guess I just have to get used to the Sony glass. You know, I've been on Canon for a while, and I think Canon glass is great, but just gonna have to get used to that, I guess. I love that you can remap the buttons. Oh, everything about this camera is like just awesome. I like the way it feels and the way it looks better than Canon DSLRs as well, which may seem, you know, people may not see that coming, but I like it. Cool. Just rolled in. What's up? Have you played with the 120 frames per second yet? Yes, I have a little bit. And some of that is in the sample footage that I shot in New York City last night. And it's awesome. You know, I don't really mind that it punches in 2 times. You can get away with that by, you know, downgrading to 50 megabytes or something. There's a bunch of options, and that's nice. But for most, you know, I would say for most slow motion stuff, you know, it does. I don't mind that it's punched in. And if you have like a 24, oh, Happy Camper Films in the house. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Got the fam. Yeah, it looks buttery. I did find out that no matter what, day or night, just make sure you crank the shutter up a little bit to at least 250 or 300. It helps. Of course, you know, the higher the shutter, the better for the slow motion, but it did look weird the first time I tried it out at a lower shutter speed. Not just double, but even more. So I will for sure be doing like a focused video just with sample footage of slow motion, me trying all different focal lengths, motion, not motion, you know, different things. So that will be coming soon. And I'll show you the different types of slow motion, because you can do 60 frames, you can do 30, you can do 120, and might even try some Twixtor at 120 and see what the total max would be as far as slow motion capabilities for the camera. So that'd be cool. All right. All right. Is lighter better or worse on Glidecam? I sold my Glidecam. I sold my Glidecam to an awesome dude, Matt. Matt, treat her well. That was the Glidecam in the Glidecam tutorial video of YouTube, so treat it well. I like heavier on Glidecam personally. Having a battery grip on the DSLR was always a benefit, and it just comes down like fucking Hartman in the comments here. You just gotta like, I sweat every single time I use the Glidecam, but I love it. You know, it's good, but it takes it's struggle bus on your arm. It's tough. Is it pointless to buy the Mark I at this point with all of the Mark II features? No, it's not. I'm not going to be up here and tell you that this is the camera, the one camera to solve all of your problems. It's not the One Ring. It's not gonna solve every problem. Just like I commented this, and this is something that I want to dedicate a whole video on, but like, there's no one camera for everyone, just like there's no one car for everyone. A Ferrari may be better than a minivan, but if you've got a family of 5 or 6, you're going to want the minivan over the Ferrari. Like, it's just application, who you are and what you need trumps price. Yeah, it's just, more expensive isn't always better. Like, you could have the $10,000 50 prime, but if it's like a wedding, or that's a bad example, but like if you need a telephoto, you need a telephoto no matter what the price is, you know. So not one size fit all. Okay, cool. Pretty sure there's a difference between Canon's fly-by-wire system and Sony's. For me, there's a tiny delay when trying to focus and zoom with the Sony glass. Okay, we shall see. I will, you know me, I'll do a tutorial or review on it. If it's good or bad, it'll happen. So I'm going to be getting that glass, and we shall see. I'm optimistic, but if I'm wrong, you guys can be the first to troll me. Please bring it. Love it. Ronin 12mm f2 looks fantastic on it. I do want to try that. That is super wide. That's wider than I've ever shot before. Hopefully it isn't like GoPro style. I want some rectilinear. New 70-200 is not fly-by-wire focus. Will be spendy. I hope that you meant spendy. I like the word spendy. That's a good use of speedy and spending, something like that. Yeah, it's going to be expensive, but if it means I don't have to have that adapter, I will trade my Canon 70-200, my mythical lens, the one lens to solve all of your ceremony and speech problems, to get it. I don't care. Thanks, Daniel. Spendy. I'm adding that. I'm going to write that down right now. So many people have been giving me good words and good phrases because you know me. I like to make a joke of the English language. Many jokes, all jokes, many jokes. Plans to get a second Sony soon. We'll see how that 6300 looks. So I don't think it's feasible for me to get another A7S Mark II at this point. I'm more of a solo shooter. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not going to bite my tongue on this. Or will I? Okay, it's controlled by the speed you turn the focus ring. So a fast turn will focus further or near when the same distance turns slowly. Interesting. You got me worried a little bit because that's different than what I anticipated. So we'll see. I might have to do like a garbage review of all Sony glass. Would you consider the Atmos Ninja Assassin? I will do some tests. I know the YouTube space has it, so I should. What did I get? I got the Odyssey. I got the Odyssey recorder. It's not the Atmos, but it's the same thing, right? Yeah, I can record ProRes or whatever the fuck. We'll see. I don't think most people are going to be able to tell difference, but it probably has to do with being able to adjust the stuff in post, the beautiful stuff. So we'll have to see. I haven't gotten my hands on it, but we'll see. Did you like your 6D? I loved my 6D. It was a tough moment. You know, I posted all my stuff for sale online, and then it went pretty quickly. I'm very surprised at how quickly all this stuff went. I still have a couple things, so if you want to buy, see my Facebook, you'll see a post of all the stuff. I'll ship it out. Ship it right to you. Someone asked me today if I could add an autograph with the lens that I'm selling to them. Don't fucking do that. Don't. I am not. Stop. You stop. I'll send you a picture. Like, I'll draw a nice little drawing for you. Nah, I'm not going to Snapchat it. I like to draw pictures. I'll draw something cool. I'll draw like Ray Roman or something in a helicopter with Terminator something. I'm here. Okay, happy camper. Currently waiting to sell a GoPro to a Craigslist buyer. Well, it's good that you're communicating, so in case anything happens, fingers crossed you're safe, bro. If A7S is the best, yes. No flip screen. Yeah, this screen is awesome. I'm so happy. And not only is it just like fun to use, like it's actually useful. So like I'm like, and then I'm like, and I kind of like to shoot like this. This is like this feels steady. And with the internal stabilization, I can do this with a 50 and it's pretty good. That's awesome. If I could just roll out, do a camping trip or some kind of backpacking trip to Venezuela or something and just bring this. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome possum. It's a Canon funeral. I only have a couple things left, people. Cheers, bro. How do you work with photographers for the portrait session? If I need stuff, I'll ask for it. If they don't give it to me, I'll take it. So if I need a shot, I'll tell them, just take a minute. Let me grab them for 5 minutes. But it's their show. It's a photography session, portrait session. So I'm fine. I can usually get what I need. Very low key without any direction. I like natural, so I make it work. I have the A7 II. Think that would be good enough for wedding video? How are we going to answer this question? Any camera is good enough for wedding video. And it's as simple as that, I got to make a special video just to answer that question. Get a little deep. So, does it have a 30-minute recording limit? So this camera it suffers the same fate that most cameras, I don't know the exact country that makes this happen, but it's like an international law, I think, where it would be taxed for as a video camera if it had over 4 gigabyte files. So I don't know the exact, but it's pretty much the same as DSLR, I think. So I'm not worried. I'm used to it. A7S is light on a Glidecam. Yeah, you got to add some weight, bro. I keep losing my spot in these comments, people. Selling the GH4? No, don't sell it. Use it. Use it. Use it. Use it. It's not really about the camera. It's about the snacks you eat while you're shooting. That's where the real magic happens. If you're drinking water and eating snacks, a strong 5 out of 10. Howdy from Austin. Nice. I was just in Texas. Been shooting with 2 GH4s for 2 years. Sold my 5D Mark III and L glass and never looked back. I like the GH4. I just like the A7S Mark II better. You have to shoot like wide open. That was the one thing that because I shot a wedding in Alabama. I don't know, somewhere south, with Adam Grumbo from Austin. And we shot on the GH3s or 3 GH4s. That was the first time shooting in 4K. And I was surprised because just with the very small sensor to get any kind of bokeh, any kind of magic, we had to shoot at f1.2, at f1.4. And it was like, let's do it. Let's rock it. Looks good. So that was interesting. Yes, but it was a good camera. It was better than the 6Ds that I was used to at that point. So I was like, this is cool. I can actually punch in digitally as we're rolling. And sign me up. And I don't need Magic Lantern. Yeah, it won't brick my camera. RAP Magic Lantern. Aussie land. Yeah, guys, sorry about the times. It's tough. I don't know, 8 o'clock is a nice quiet time when I can do these and not bother too many people. I'm sure there's a couple people in the office that I'm bothering, but I can't, people are like, it's nighttime in Germany. It's 3 p.m. in, India right now. I don't know what to do. That's why it records. You can watch it when it's done. And if you want to be involved, tweet me, #WedFilmSchool. I'll try to get to your question. If not on Twitter, on the show, and you can be involved in that way. So I'm happy that you're doing this right now and from Australia. I think that's what Aussie land means, right? Hopefully. Currently driving a truck. Need to get out of this truck. Advice on making the lead. I thought you were going to ask me about trucks. Damn, dude. Advice on making the lead into small business from a day job. Stop and analyze, talk to other people, Ask them what they think you're good at. What do you see your passion as being? Use that as advice, not as the final thing. Just, you got to figure out what is fun. A lot of people turn their hobbies into full-time jobs slowly. It's a risk kind of thing. Slowly, more and more you take on more clients and get more stuff. It's hard to make that initial jump. Like, I'm going to do this. Like, I quit my other bullshit job. It's like, there's so much. And people keep telling me, they're like, we want more business stuff. It's coming. Sorry. It's coming. It's coming. But dude, driving your truck, I love that. In Aussie land. Ontario, love your comment. Yeah, to everyone that I trolled on Facebook, or I troll people on Facebook, but to everyone I trolled in the YouTube comments today, I get in these moods and I just go through and I'm like, buh, 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 buh. So sorry about that. Like I said, 50% useful, 50% me just trolling, everyone on YouTube. It's like one person. If one bad person like just puts me in a mood with a comment, I'm just like dead to the world. But you guys are awesome. Dropped 2 videos today. Y'all got excited. It was awesome. So loving this. And the turnout, Jesus, I can't even get through all of these. Sold the Glidecam. You're on a roll. Cheers, mate. Dude, drive it. I want to hear more about this truck. You just gotta do a periscope of you on that truck. Are you selling your Canon? Dude, I have no Canon cameras anymore. They're all gone. All I have is this and this. I count this a camera. This is like legit. Pretty good 4K in good light. Pretty good. Yeah. What do you think about shooting a weeding? I love it when people say weeding with a shoulder mount camera. Thought about it. It'd be fun. It would be energizing. It would be different. It would make me think differently. I think I would want to shoot with a team just so that I have people, watching my back in case I don't get everything I need. But it would just be setting expectations to that couple. And that's very possible, in the future. My plan for this year is to have a BTS person shooting at every single wedding I shoot for my company. Whether they're shooting the brides, that would be more people, more effort, more stuff. But at least for every wedding, I want to have just like one person shooting everything. I think that would be really, really cool because you guys seem to really love that stuff. And it's good. That matched with the actual film that I produce. And then the post commentary inside the edit where I go through the raw footage, all the editing decisions that went into making that film. So that would be cool. Yeah. Just got a 14 millimeter. Nice. Dude, I did make you a moderator. Nice. Where Larry at? Oh, no. No Larry. That's all right. Larry's off probably in a hot tub somewhere being cool. A7S is the Ferrari. A6 300 will be the daily. Burn. I get it. Curious to see how it looks. Luckily, it's like a 14 and a 22. Yeah, that's the nice thing about this camera. It's so cool. Options. And it's great for a minimalist like me. So let's do it to it. What's your advice on the setup for cine shots? Okay, well, I'm learning. I'm getting there. I think I'm getting there. I'm going to do a full review, Philip Bloom style. And guys, I promised if you send me 2, I think they're like Chinese cats, hairless or something. I don't know what they are. But if you send me 2 Philip Bloom cats, I will do the whole review in an accent. And that's it. I'll be Philip Bloom. I'll dress up. I'll be in character. I will be the American Philip Bloom for that review. So just send me the cats. I'll make it happen. But yeah, I want to do like a, he does like very long, very thorough, awesome reviews. And it's tough because the cameras almost come out faster than he can make them. I don't know the last one he did. I think I saw an A7S review, but that's a coming. I know the YouTube's is being saturated with the A7S Mark II videos because it's hot. People are interested, My friend Matt Johnson made an awesome wedding review for the camera for wedding filmmakers. So if you haven't seen that, we did a podcast where he talked about the camera and shooting that video. and you should check it out. Yes. Why not wait until the T7S is out before switching? I was in the future. It looked okay. It had 12K, but I don't know. It still could only shoot in 24p. Like, Canon doesn't want to give us anything. It sucks. Like, what good is 10K resolution if you only have 24p? The fuck, Canon? I should do a review of a camera that doesn't exist. I think that'd be fun. I have a gotta be a video. I wanna start trolling the entire filmmaking community with like garbage reviews and like parody guides that just confuse the old people. So hopefully that'll come out soon. 8-bit and 10-bit. Yeah, not many people. It's lots of things and numbers, whatnot. Hopefully, whoa. Is something going on? Can you guys see me? Is the quality? All right, well, I'm going to continue. Hopefully we ain't got that craziness. The internet speed is great here, so I don't know why. Here, hold on. You, give me one sec. There, now I'm plugged in. Now it should be like, there's no excuse for slow internet. I've got 200 megabit speed download and like 40 upload, so I feel good. Let's keep going through these comments. I'm going to try to get everyone. It's impossible because you guys write faster than I can do this, and I'm long-winded. What up, homie? What's up, Omar? Daniel. Overheating. Yes. So there are many questions with the overheating, the lengths that we can shoot, the battery duration. All of these things are good stuff that will be covered in my Philip Bloom review video. What is the difference between A7S and the A7R? You can Google that. There's much better videos than that explain that in a much better way than me ranting in front of this camera. So hey, I sent you super creepy snaps on Snapchat of me singing and crap. Do you like them? Is this Mog? Dude, you guys send me the weirdest Snapchats. I would say like pretty much all of them. I'm just like shaking my head. I'm like, God. And I love it. You guys keep sending them. Send me weird Snapchats. I love it. I will up your weirdness. I will one up your weirdness. That is one thing I can do. Word. C100. I tried it out for a while. It's just too big, too crazy. I get more out of this small camera than the C100 Mark II. Are you happy that Leonardo won an Oscar? I am super happy, but listen to this bullshit. I was in Texas flying back to New York on the night of the Oscars, and I thought I would have time to watch I had a layover in Detroit, and there was a delay, so I didn't get to watch. I only got to just check my phone and be like, who won? So I had to watch all the recaps on YouTube. Sucked. Clear image zoom. What is okay, so that just allows me to punch in, right? Like there's the APS-C mode and then there's the clear image zoom. Kind of the same thing, but clear image zoom gives me more options. Is that what it is? If you could kind of clarify that on Twitter or here, because I'm probably not going to make it to the bottom. Sorry, guys. Spoiler, I'm not going to get to the bottom. Yeah, so let's talk about that's a good thing I would love to figure out. Did you sell your Glidecam? Yes, I'm going to get the Ronin. I like it. I used it in Las Vegas for New Year's, and it was awesome. Especially with this, I can get a lens that does autofocus, and then I can connect it to my phone, and through an app, control the recording, the exposure, and the focus of the camera right from here. And I just have a full readout of the screen, and it's like, that's awesome. That's like Lightbridge for my camera. Yeah. And the Ronin isn't that expensive. So, Glidecam is like 600 new plus the base plate. in the bag. It's like $650, and then the Ronin's like twice that, and you get something really, really cool. So word, gonna be doing that. What's your favorite plugins? Just color correction stuff. That's really, color grading central, film convert. I want to do full videos for those. So why 50 millimeter and not 35? Because I plan on getting the 16 to 35, and that covers my base there. So the 50 will, wide, medium, tight, and the 50 covers that whole section in the middle. So, and I like, yeah, that's it. Word. What is your favorite wide angle lens for night shots? I feel like wide angle lenses aren't necessarily like special for night shots. Like the lens, like the time of day doesn't really matter for the lens focal length. So I'm a little confused as far as that. I love that your name is Daniel, so everyone knows why that's special. Back at it again with the comments. I'm knee. I don't. You guys are funny. I don't know how to answer that question. Film convert. Yes. Thank you, Ty. Excited for the DJI Phantom 4? Nope. Don't care. It's not. It's good for people who don't know how to fly. I guess it's the same thing, but I'm happy with the Phantom 3. Honestly, I would step up to the Inspire before I'd even consider the Phantom 4. Yeah. And I don't trust it. I would never let it like follow or not crash into things. Like I trust me so much better, and there's really no reason to not be in control of the camera and the copter. So fuck it. Maybe if I got one, like, does anyone want to send me one? I might have a different opinion, but it's fine. It's like a new GoPro. That's why their company tanked. I know you just switched, but your thoughts on the 80D or the new Phantom 4? The 80D looks cool if you're a Casey Neistat type vlogger. If not, it's a good cheaper camera, but I would consider the 5DX coming out soon. It just comes down to price point. If you're not, I started with the 60D and it was awesome. When I could have gotten a 5D Mark II, it was just out of my price point, but I made the 60D work and it was great. But like I said, Casey Neistat having the flip screen so you can see yourself, the autofocus, there's pros and cons to every camera. So I like the 80D. Haven't tested it. We'll have to see. Probably won't review it. Snacks you eat while shooting. Yes, so important. All granola bars, apples, bananas, everything. I will that's why I like shooting in New York, because there's corner stores everywhere, so you can just go out and get whatever you need. Awesome sauce. Awesome possum. I don't know if you knew that, but awesome possum. Who else is excited for House of Cards 4? Word. All right, Panasonic HD 1000. I don't know it. Never shot with it. Damn shipping. Back at it again with the FedEx. Got your 50. Nice. The 50 is awesome. I just sold this 50. You got to ship it out. It's a sad day. All my babies is leaving the nest. Got your first wedding. I love it. You guys, I got a bunch of people who messaged me. They're like, my first wedding is coming up. What do I do? Lots of things. So many questions. Eek. Rose gold. Love that. Rose gold media. That sounds like a Rose gold media here, coming in hot from LA. How you doing? Rose gold media. Camera grade 5D Mark III. I think if you are considering a 5D Mark III, it's considerably cheaper than the A7S Mark II, but I would recommend saving up. And hopefully throughout when you watch the review, when it finally comes out, you shall check it out. Word. Australia, so many Aussies dab for us. God, don't make me dab. He made me dab, sir. The court clearly states that he made him dab. Favorite flavor of gum. Has to be mint. Can't be anything else, or else it'll make me nauseous. What do you do for external audio other than the Rode Link? Well, would you look at this? Look at all my clear bags. And y'all didn't think that I got these clear bags. I am the king of clear bags, so y'all can fuck off. All right? Y'all think you're hot shit when you buy a clear bag? I invented the clear bag. So I've got zooms. This is like a audio bag. That's loud. This is one of my Rode kits. So I got lav, everything I need for the Rode, cables, batteries, transmitter, receiver. Ooh. Audio accessory bag, cables, power. I think headphones are in there as well. Another Rode kit with a bar so that, oh, there you go. So I can put that on top of a camera and have two sets of Rode receivers. I also have a splitter so I can send the audio into the camera and also listen to what is going on, which was for the Canon. Is that an option? I haven't even looked at the connections for this. So it's like USB micro, HDMI. I need to take these things off for sure. Oh, wow. Would you look at that? Plug in power for the microphone. So it looks like audio in, audio out. So I guess I don't need that with this camera. Well, y'all just keep surprising me, A7S Mark II. And then this is an accessory bag for the monitor that I have. Small HD, yeah. But I also, which y'all never see because it's not really wedding stuff, but I got this Rode HG something too. Fuck God. I use that with a boom for like short film stuff when I'm booming. So that's different. Aussies unite. The Aussies are overtaking. I don't know if y'all can take it. Keep hold of that Canon 70-200. It is magical lens. I feel like it's like when you're playing a game and you get like the special sword that has like plus 10 sharpness and like plus 12 like fire damage, and you're like, can't get rid of that. Nope, let's keep it. Are you selling your Zoom H1? Slowly and surely, you know. I think it's good to have a mix between the Zoom H1s and the Rode links. Yeah, I think a mix between the two would be smart. I talked about this, but yes, Ronin. I've switched to the Ronin. I can still Glidecam. I still pick up someone else's Glidecam and do that stuff, and it's fun, but I think I can just elevate what I do with the Ronin. Tell us about your photo background emoji. It's a hobby kind of thing. You know, if you have a camera like this, you're just going to slowly learn how to shoot photos. And especially if you're an uncle, if you're the photographer in the family, that's when, you know, it comes out. You gotta do that. Take all the family holiday photos, all that stuff. Anyone who, you know, is a photographer has been through that. I think you all know what I'm talking about. Craig, I need a senior photo. Craig, we just had a baby. Take a photo. Make a whole like baby infant setup. I'm like, that's a lot of work. Let's do it though. It's fun. Just discovered your channel today. It's so good. Cheers. Well, cheers. I got nothing. Fuck. I need to get some coffee. What do you do? Wait, what do you plan on doing for movement shots? Ronin. Any Nigerians in the house? Focus by wire. Used it on Panasonic Turbo. Okay. Well, I keep hearing the evil of focus by wire. We'll see. This is going to be a strong gamble. Should be fun. Bought the 7200 last week, hearing that you might sell yours. Not dope. I think I'm gonna have it for a little bit. You know, the Sony one isn't even out yet, so. Copyright music. No royalty. You got a license, bro. I know you just switched to Sony, but your thoughts on the 80? I talked about that. I did dab. Phantom 4, talked about that. Philip Bloom Cats. Yes. All right. How we doing? All right. I'm going to go lightning fast through these, and then we're going to wrap up. Do you plan on getting married yourself? Who knows? I'm a black sheep, so I don't fit the American dream, but we'll see. 1DX Mark II, not interested. Picture profile, that will be coming in the review. I'm not going to tell you what I'm using because I haven't figured it out yet, so we'll have to see. What's up? Loud. Am I loud? Is this too loud? Yeah, whatever. Snapchats. Valentine. Yep. Final Cut. A7, 70D, autofocus. Autofocus is autofocus. I don't really know much about that. Phantom 4? Nope. Your homeboy, Matt Johnson, figured out a hack. Yes. APS-C in 4K using clear image zoom. I watched that video, but I haven't really put it into application yet, so I guess I'll have to do that on my ride home on the subway. So I'm going to try to figure that out. Film convert is gold. Yes. A7, blah, 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 blah. Would you ever switch back to Canon? I would, if they brought out a better camera. So people act like it's the end of the world, but I'll use whatever is a good tool. I'm not going to focus on the camera. You know, I'm just going to do what I need to do. I made it for a little bit. What's up, man? Cuba. Let's get some Minecraft up in this bitch. Husband and wife team from New Jersey again. What up? What up, Justin? I'm just shouting everyone out before I sign out here, guys. So say goodbye. Troll me real quick. What would what would make you switch to Canon? A better camera. Yeah, just price point and features and whatever, you know. It's not like Apple is making cameras. I'm just going to use whatever is best for whatever the best camera is, you know. If Apple made a camera, I'd probably be a fanboy and use it even if it wasn't as good. So don't do that, Apple. I'm good. Would you consider holding onto your Canon glass and using an adapter? It's just too much. And the aperture controller, wireless focus and aperture controller. It sounds too good to be true. If it worked, it worked, but I don't know. I think the less stuff that you have in the mix, the better. I'm a minimalist, so less is more. No, like literally the background photo. Oh, loud. I can't remember what you said. The background photos on the wall. Yeah, it's my Instagram photos. I gotta fill up this entire wall. And I don't know what happened here before I got here, but some shit went down. So I got to take care of that. Word. I'm a 15-year-old person thinking about going into a photography career. Dude, so many questions, so much advice for you. You gotta come early and we'll tackle it together. We'll do like a business focus. So that would be good for people starting out. I've talked about this a billion times, but a workshop is coming on the way for people starting out to sign up. An actual film school workshop series online that you go through, watch videos, do stuff, and then I talk to you and like the actual thing that I should be doing this whole time. So it's coming. It's coming, folks. Okay. In the near future. Yes. Okay. That's it. Yes. What up? Can you buy? No, I already sold my 50, Jared. Sorry. All right, guys. This was awesome. I got through all the questions. I usually don't do that. That's awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Troll me on YouTube. I love it. Let's keep this conversation going on Twitter, though. So hashtag Wed Film School. Get at me. But until next time, happy Wedding Film School Wednesday, and see ya.